What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another video where I interview people just like yourself, unique individuals who have a passion and expertise, something that they want to share with the rest of the world. And today I have a special guest. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hi, my name is Kyle. I am a sophomore electrical engineering student here in Maryland.
Okay. Now, what are you most excited about in life right now?
Right now, this is a little bit cliched, but I just really like learning new stuff. I'm actually really involved in my studies, and I'm kind of just enjoying what I'm learning right now.
Yeah, okay, cool. Now, what would you say you're an expert in?
As in, like, an expert in that no one else is an expert? Like,
as in something that you know more than the person sitting next to you. I mean, you might not be a Warren Buffett, you know everything about investing, but like I'm sure you're an expert in something.
Yeah. So I'm actually probably an expert in the TV show Scooby Doo.
Okay, there we go.
I've seen every episode of the original series at least 3 times. I can tell you most of what happens in any episode, you know, from the opening credits. Like,
is there like such thing in real life as Scooby snacks?
There are. Like, there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there are like kids' fruit snacks that are like branded as Scooby snacks.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So, for somebody who doesn't know anything about Scooby-Doo, maybe we have some international viewers or something like that who they don't know what Scooby-Doo is. Like, what's the one thing that they should know about Scooby-Doo?
It's an old cartoon where 4 teenagers and a talking dog go around and solve mysteries.
They're teenagers?
Yeah.
I thought that they were like adults or something.
No, they're all like in high school.
Oh, really? Okay. And so, like, for other people like in the United States who know what Scooby-Doo is, like, what's one like hidden thing that we didn't know about Scooby-Doo that, you know, I guess is like maybe, well, you know, because you know so much about it, but like that's not always obvious that we don't know.
I guess something that not that many people know is, I'm pretty sure Fred and Scooby are both voiced by the same voice actor.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Man, this is great learning people. These are the best, by far the best, like, expertise of the people who are experts in things, or things that are like, you know, just like these little things that, you know, you wouldn't expect, but like, so interesting. So, yeah. Kind of going along with like what you're an expert in, that kind of thing. But like, what are you passionate about?
I guess what I'm passionate about is kind of having fun with people that is a little bit over the top. So like this past March, I baked a couple pies for Pi Day. Like, I just like taking, you know, like I really enjoy doing something that's way more work than I have to for, you know, just to have fun with my friends, like, basically.
Taking things to the next level kind of thing. Okay. Now, what is it, I guess maybe what is it about doing it, taking it to the next level that you enjoy so much? Or what is it that makes you, you know, go above and beyond?
Mostly because it makes me and other people laugh.
Okay, there you go.
And,
yeah.
I just really like doing that.
Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't hurt to, you know, I think that a lot of people, they talk about, you know, like giving to others and things like that, but also sometimes you got to focus on, like, you know, your own needs and your own emotional needs and that kind of thing, and having fun at the same time. And I think, especially when it comes to like jobs and work and like even school, like you really have to think about the fact that if you're not enjoying what you're doing, then you're not going to succeed at it, you're not going to have a good time. I mean, you're just not going to be able to perform as well as if you love what you're doing. And clearly you found things that you love, and so you take it to the next level.
Right, like, I hear the phrase, like, work hard, play hard. Like, having fun, if you put a little bit of work into it, is awesome. There
you go. Yeah, so I want to end with a couple fun questions. So when I say successful, who or what comes to mind?
Probably like Steve Jobs. That's
Steve
what most people think.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, I film these interviews like multiple in a day, and today I've had 3 for 3 Steve Jobs. That's crazy. So what is it about Steve Jobs that you find so successful?
So he had an idea that he was able to like completely make into reality.
Okay.
And he also is like kind of widely admired, and I think that being admired and being respected is part of being, you know, if you think of a successful person, they generally are admired and respected.
Yeah, and I kind of pulled this into one of the other interviews too, but we had somebody who talked about leadership, and he talked about Steve Jobs and the fact that, you know, there's also different kinds of leadership styles, I should say. And Steve Jobs is like one of that, kind of like his own. But I'll put a link to that video up above if you guys want to learn a little bit more about leadership. But it's just interesting that so many people choose the same people, same topics, that kind of thing. Now, next question is, so maybe you say you're rich like Steve Jobs. What would you trade say you had $1 billion. What would you trade that for in return?
So, probably the number one thing on my bucket list. I really like my favorite animal in the whole wide world are seals.
Okay.
And I think baby seals are pretty adorable. And the number one thing I want to do in my life is take a trip to the Arctic and hug a baby seal.
I don't know about in the wild. I don't know if that's a good idea, but no, I definitely see where you're going. That'd be awesome to go to the Arctic first of all.
So just take a trip there and go at least watch, you know.
So I can tell you though, in the meantime, you can go to San Diego, and if you go to La Jolla, which is just a little bit north of San Diego, they have seals that just it's either seals or sea lions. I can't remember, but they line the rocks there, and you can get really close to them. I've gotten there, and you right there, me selfie right here, right next to them. It's kind of crazy.
Oh my god, I'd totally do that.
Yeah, you got to do it. There's actually some videos of me doing it on YouTube. I'll put a link up above so you guys can check that out too. But it's one of the many things I did on my epic travel adventures last summer. So definitely check that out. But so last question, one of my favorite questions besides the bagel or donut question. What's your answer, by the way?
Probably bagel.
There you go. Yes, bagel all day, every day. That's what I say. But if you had a billboard that you could put anywhere in the world and you could put anything on it, where would you put it and what would you put on it?
I think if I had to put a billboard somewhere, it would just be a picture of someone smiling with the word smile on it. And I'd probably put that in the middle of some city where people are often working really hard, like New York or Los Angeles or something. I think they could really use that. Yeah,
and I've said this a couple times now in my other videos, but the one thing I find interesting is that people always all of us who are U.S. citizens or who live in the United States, we always think about New York, L.A., the big cities here. But I had an international student who came on. I'll put a link to his video up above, but he was I'd put it in Beijing. I'm sure there's other places. Somebody said Australia. That's true. There's a lot of places that have a lot more people. We just don't think about it because it's not at the top of our mind. And something I'm really passionate about is cultural awareness, being aware of the world around you and the people around you. And so kind of just that shows a little bit of the mentality and how things kind of happen based on what you're used to, what you're always around, that kind of thing. So it's kind of interesting. But I do like the idea though of smile more kind of thing. So there you guys go. That is another interview where I talk to people just like yourself, unique individuals who have a passion and expertise, something that they want to share with you. Hopefully you guys learned something new. I mean, I learned 2 new things about Scooby Doo. This is crazy. You just wouldn't have expected it. Also, hopefully that was kind of entertaining. That's also the goal with this as well. And so if you don't want to miss another upload where I interview somebody else, many new people, please hit the subscribe button. And then if you know somebody else who would either enjoy this or benefit from it, please share it with them as well. Because my goal is to reach as many people as possible and to impact as many lives as possible through this. So if you could please hit the subscribe button, share with somebody you know, and then until next time, high five!